Welcome to Faraway Golf. Today we're at Millcroft Golf Club in Burlington, Ontario. I'm going to play from the blue tees. This is my final round before I play my club championship, so I'm just trying to stay loose, have some fun. So come along, play some 18 holes with me, and let's see how we do. This first hole is a par 4. It looks like if I can be about 260 to 270 straight ahead, then it'll be at less than 100 yards directly into the green. It's a little bit of a bunker on the left I do want to try to avoid. I'm just going to aim a little bit down the right side and hope that I have my fade today. It's first swing of the day. Let's see how it goes. No warm up. Oh, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. We're just about 110 yards in. With it being in the morning, I haven't fully warmed up. I think I'm just going to use my 52 degree, which is usually about 120 yards for me. But just nice, easy swing, and maybe 110 will be about right. Not sure if that's enough, actually. Get going. Oh, that was actually really good. So from the low side of the hole, it looks like I do need to start just left. So I'm just trying to lag this close and take an opening par. Just get a feel of these greens early. Is it going to turn? Oh, I think a short tap in is just as good as a slightly long tap in. So in this one, we've got a par 4, but there's a creek that's down there, and I certainly don't want to go into that. So it's not a driver hole. While we're waiting for the group ahead just to play in, take a look. What a beautiful morning. This is the nice thing about morning golf. The dew on the grass, the sun's just coming up over the side. It's not quite in the eyes yet. What a relaxing sport we play. Now ideally on this hole, I don't want to miss right, because then those trees are really blocking the way in. So I'm going to just kind of aim at the center. If it does draw just a touch right, hopefully it's still in the fairway. See, there it is, a little bit pulled to the right, but I was hoping it would have bounced left, but it did not. All right, so I actually got luckier than I thought. Looking back from the tee, it seemed like it might have been in the rough, but I'm right in the fairway here. It's about 107 yards to the pin. So because last hole I used the 52, and even with the light swing it went a little bit further than I thought, I'm just going to go back to my 56 here, which is usually about 100. A little bit left, right into the sun. I saw one hop. This is bang on pin high. I don't think this really moves much, so it's more about the pace. Yeah, it really didn't move much at all. That was a really good pace. Nice, easy tap in par again. All right, I love starts like this. Okay. Heads up. All right, they're waving me through. That was unexpected, because they walked all the way up there, started hitting their balls. We'll just try and put a good one in here. Might be center. Is enough? Yeah, nice safe spot from the green. I mean, these ones are not much I can do with this. Just leg it. You want it in the hole? Okay. You asked for it. Oh, that's way left. Does it break big? If it cuts, there's a pond there, isn't there? So now that's the stuff that gets me flustered. Whatever. We're golfing. Well, there we go. So now we're just trying to 2-putt for the bogey. Now I can take my time. I want to keep it to a 2-putt at least. Or sorry, keep it to a 2-putt at maximum. Oh! Take them back-to-back bogeys. Okay, but now we're into a 140-yard par 3. And you know what? I've already started to notice I need to be less negative. I let those intrusive thoughts enter my mind all too often. Anytime something as good is going, right, those starting pars, I immediately followed it up with, oh, it's coming though. That I need to get out of my mind. Just kind of a nice reset. We've played a good 4 holes. Let's try and get this one onto the green. thinned it a little bit, but that might work out. Does anybody else have that problem with intrusive thoughts in the game of golf? Drop it in the comments below. What is the thing that you rely on to pull you away from those intrusive thoughts? So mine is going to be today, let's just laugh it off. I'll try and chuckle more often. Sort of like that one. I thinned it, but hey, what can you do? So that's going to be my thing. I'm going to chuckle away the negative thoughts today. What do you do? Drop it in the comments below. This is actually fluffed up kind of nice on the rough, so it's going to get a little extra loft when it bounces out anyway. I used the 56 a little too much, and I would end up a lot short of the hole. So try the 52, land it maybe about halfway and see if it'll release a bit for me. See, I landed that well short. If I would have landed it at that pitch mark, it might have been pretty good. Chuckle it away. Look how short I left that. Let's leave the pin in this time. Well, there's a fly on there, so let's not disturb the fly. Is that enough juice? Oh, decent line. You know what? I won't disturb the fly. That's going in. We have the first par 5 of the day. All right, so basically what I'm going to try to do is aim at that willow tree and hope it fades a bit off to the left. Started a bit right of those willows, but it got more fade. Saw one big bounce. I'm actually glad that the ball started a bit more right than I intended, because you can see that I'm in the rough here. So if I would have been on my line, I don't know, I might have been buried in those trees. Now there are bunkers up there, so sometimes I try to be ultra conservative and I don't want to bring those into play at all, but you know what? I'm just feeling like keeping the fun going today, working on that idea of getting rid of negative thoughts. And let's envision this starting a bit to the right of this tree and then fading in left towards the green. Or I could top it, and then it works just as well as a layup. Not bad. Jeez, what a time. I love golf. It's another one of those 110s. Right? You might come into golf with a game plan. You need to adjust. Very rarely is it going to go exactly as planned. Almost never, especially if you're watching my channel. It's not going exactly as planned. Why would you be watching me struggle through golf unless you also did the same and you're hoping that you can pick up some tips along the way? My 56 degree is going slightly further than I'm used to, so I'm going to use that here. I don't mind if it's a bit short, but even when I thought it might end up a bit short last time, it was pin high. Oh, it needs to draw though. Uh-oh. Well, let's keep adjusting. The other approach shots I've had with my wedges felt like I was really compressing the ball. And I think because I was really focused on that partial swing, it was just about pressing down into the ground. That one, it felt like I kind of scooped it. And that would be the result of that lack of distance. So you got to remember, commit to each of these shots. Don't take anything for granted. Today is a test of will. And this is a great way for me to try to prepare for that club championship. Because if the round starts like this, I'm going to need to make sure that I correct and don't let it take over the entire round. I'm trying to get better at putting out of the fringe, but when I'm putting into the grain and it's wet, I have no idea how to control that pace. So I'm just going to rely on the 56 here. Didn't quite check. I feel like I thinned that a little. If I'm working on a test of patience today, this hole is now really doing that. I came into this thinking a pretty straightforward par after that tee shot. As long as I can just put a nice confident stroke on this one, I might still walk away with a par. Not in the way that I thought I'd have it. That's not even par. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually for bogey. What have I done? Fun game. So I saved a bogey, which sounds absurd to say on this hole. Oh man, that is chuckle worthy. So, you know, the opening vibes of par felt really good. I'm going to try to go back to that feeling, right? When I started the day, what was going through my mind? Not much. Just joy of being out on the golf course, being fortunate that it's a nice, beautiful day today. There's light breeze, not enough to impact play. Barely a cloud in the sky. Sun isn't fully out yet, so it's not super hot. I'm in a hoodie and shorts, my favorite combo in the world. And I was just swinging. No expectations. So I'm going to try to get back to that. We're going to chuckle off that stuff that just happened. And we're going to try now to just play the next few holes and not have any real expectations. Just try and hit the ball pure and just play with what happens. That was a pull. I know there's some trees there, but it should be okay. So all things considered, I got kind of lucky. I didn't end up directly behind a tree. There is a bit of a gap here that I might be able to go through. Oh, I pulled it. Oh, dear. I came up out of that one. Should have stayed low and hands through. I'm glad I came out today as a pre-club championship warm-up, because this is what happens when you haven't golfed in a week and a half, 2 weeks. I forget exactly when it was for me. I'm putting myself in some positions that aren't ideal. Need to start finding some fairways again. All right, nice, full, confident swing. Compressed down. Thinned it. Missed the bunker, please. Whoa. Okay. Wow, that thing kept rolling. So that ball ended up quite a ways away on the green here. So now we're just in this position of trying to lag it up here to make it a good chance at least for a bogey. One thing I do have to remember is that even though I feel like I'm playing really poorly right now, it's still only kind of bogey golf. Just kind of guessing at the pacing here. Good luck. That seems very fast. Very, very fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Never good when you have to readjust the camera on the green side shot. Push that off to the left. First double bogey of the day. Hopefully last. Not hopefully. That is the last double bogey of the day. You won't see another one. All right, so now we're into a challenging looking par 3 here. And just out of curiosity, if you're still watching this video, first of all, thank you. Secondly, drop in the comments and let me know what's your handicap. I'm really curious about the types of people that do watch these videos, because I know as just kind of an average golfer who has up and down rounds like this, I'm just curious what kind of value you might get out of it. I've had some people who are quite loyal to watching, and I really appreciate that. You've seen a few really good rounds. I think I had a couple back-to-back that were in the 70s. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below. What's your handicap? How's your golf game been this summer? Let me know what country you're in. Just fill me in. Who are you in the comments below? Who are you? All right, I'm going to set the camera up behind the hole here, and hopefully you can see me as I walk all the way down to my ball. It's a little bit shorter than I would have liked. I was hoping to maybe be up around here, right in the middle of the green. Don't see greens this size very often. That feels quite short. Maybe that over-aggressive downhill putt last hole got to me. Turn a bit left. Get there, get there, get there. Oh my goodness. Really wanted that par. Another bogey. What a beautiful day. As you can see that there are bunkers up right in the middle of the fairway. There's a bunch of them, and it's kind of in a range of 220 to 250, and I can't clear 250 in the air. So I'm just going to try and do a nice little smooth swing, maybe like a 3/4. Shouldn't get to those bunkers at all. Bit of a pull, but that's a safe spot. But that's a little bit better contact that I'm trying to go for. Well, I am really glad that I didn't get too aggressive there, because I didn't realize there was this line of bunker near this pond too. Not a bad lie here. Hope it pops up. It looks like that pin's at the front of the green, so being a bit beyond it would be better, because short leaves a really tricky pitch up a big ridge. Whoa. You still with me? Hopefully nobody got a concussion. Sorry about that. I think that might be short. I hit a little bit behind that ball. Hop. Oh, okay, it's not terribly short, but I certainly hit behind it. And when I'm just trying to get a par here, I'm just going to putt this one, hopefully close enough that it's a nice easy tap in. There we go. That's a nice weight. I didn't go in that. Holy, that feels like the longest stretch without a par that I've had in a long time. That little fade, and that's a safe spot to miss. Again, focus on contact. Contact is king. I think I left the face open there. Kick right. Oh, man. With where this fringe is and the lie in the rough, I'm going to go to a little bit of a 9-iron here. Like a putter. Came out a touch high. Unfortunate hop there. All right. So it feels different with my feet. It feels like it actually breaks a little bit more than I thought. I might actually almost go 2 balls to the outside. I don't know if this is a misread or what. Get the negative thoughts out. Oh, wow. I'm actually glad to that. Okay, I don't want to go long here. So just a nice easy strike, pitching wedge. Pulled it. Pretty wide landing area. So really I'm just aiming slightly to the right of that 150-yard marker down there. And then if it gets that bit of a fade, great. If it gets a bit of a pull, no big deal. That's pretty smooth again. Bit more fade than maybe I would have liked, but it's fine there. A little bit of a walk to this ball, so I'm just gonna do a bit of a check-in. Obviously, you've heard me say a few times that things are not quite going according to plan. They're not as nice of shots consistently as I would have liked, but I'm still managing to score okay. I'm at 7.5 handicap, I think, right now, which means I have rounds like this. Some rounds are a fight to even get close to low 80s. And that's kind of what I'm on right now. It's a real grind. Other rounds just feels like things click a little bit easier. Like if you've checked out any of my other videos more recently that I was shooting in the 70s, most of those rounds just didn't feel like I was fighting much. So all that's to say that I'm not pleased with today's round so far, but I'm also not completely dejected. The misses I'm having are correctable. A lot of these feel like they are just a little bit of swing rest. The lack of kind of compressing on the ball. I get a little bit lazy and I stand up through some of those swings, which has led to a few of those thin shots. I'm glad I'm getting it in now because I don't want this to be the feeling of round 1 in the club. This is where I'm going to pull out that 5 wood again, try to make up for that top that I had. I do need to build the confidence in hitting this thing out of these little rough lies. I just want to stay through it, kind of like I'm punching it, keep the hands low. That's really good. See that? That's the one, the kind of punchy feel. Oh, don't bounce in the bunker though. Great feel, poor result. I'll take it. That was the shot I wanted. I made the mistake of not checking to see how far this green and the bunker actually were. I thought it was easily over 220, and I didn't think there was any chance I was going to get that 5 wood there. Well, that was a mental miss. Holy thank you, golf gods, or whoever left this rake directly in the middle of this bunker. That's fortunate. You know, maybe sometimes you grind away and golf will look out for you. This is still not easy. I'm trying to delicately get this over the bunker and not thin it and go in the other bunker. The last thing I want to do is give this fortune back. So main goal, get over this bunker. Secondary goal, anywhere on the green. Okay, there it is. Nice little 60-degree. Land soft. Oh, that actually landed pretty soft. That popped up very nice. It's in a good little spot there. So I have a birdie putt. It almost looks like even the cup is kind of slanted down here. It might be like a couple holes ago where it snaps a little bit harder at the end. Just start this ball and let it go to its destination. Is it in the hole? Oh! Ah! It snapped at the end. Good par. Lucky par. This might be the hardest type of hole for me. It is a 190-yard par 3. So I'm using my 5-iron. I'm just trying to make sure I clear that creek, and anything beyond that is a success. I mean, I'm going into the jungle to try and find this ball. That's not a great strike. Oh my goodness. Is that it there? There it is. This is going to be an interesting angle. Just trying to get through there. Maybe a little 9-iron. Like, it's not awful how it's laying, but I mean, this. Try and mat this down a little. Trying to just pop and through. It went left. Well, good news is the ball was found. Bad news is third shot's not going to be from a very good spot either. If you're still watching, can you click that like button? Not necessarily because you like what you're seeing, but you just like that I'm not giving up, maybe? Or trying to inspire me to not give up. This is the mental battle here. I think it kind of shot out, whether it hit that one or this one, I don't know. In a terrible spot though. Really, I need to kind of hit on this hill and let it kick forward. That's the plan. I can't go high. I'm in a little bit of a rut here. Okay, it's on the green. That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good. I'll take that. Oh my gosh, I didn't hit record for the putts. Missed the bogey, got the double bogey. Dang it. I had said there would be no more double bogeys today. That one snuck in on me. All right, we're under a par 4. Oh, that was kind of toppy. Stayed low, but at least that won't make it to the pond. And now I think it's my chance to get real Canadian on you. I'm sorry. I apologize. If you're still watching this, you must really love watching people suffer. I really don't like playing golf like this. I'm certainly not going to like editing this video, and now I'm really not going to like posting it, but I do want this channel to show all of my game, right? The ups, the downs, hopefully make this a little bit more relatable. So now I have to contend with going over this pond. Enough of the apologies. No excuses today. I just don't have my game. I don't know if that's going to clear the bunker or not. No, I don't think it did. I guess this is the course's revenge. I got saved a couple holes ago, and now the golf gods are saying, hey man, like, we gave you a break with the rake. Why aren't you capitalizing here? You know what? Not bad. Not good. Not great. Not bad. It's going to snap below it. Trying to miss high, but missing a little low on these today. You know, unfortunately, I should be used to bogeys by now, right? What's this called? Not aversion therapy. There's a term for it. Exposure therapy. That's it. This is exposure therapy. Give me so many bogeys today that eventually they don't phase me anymore. Holy crap, does Millcroft Golf Course ever love bunkers? This one is well protected. Or thin it, and then maybe it'll bounce right. Maybe. Too far. Way too far. That creek is scary. I'm going to do like a 3/4 driver here and see if it cuts around. It's only 245 yards to it. So I don't want it to get there. Please stay short. That might be close. That was a good little punchy driver though. Okay, so unfortunately it was not quite as good as I thought. I was hoping it would be a bit pin high, but a chip there and a chip here is not much different. I actually maybe do prefer here. There's more green to roll out with. I pushed it a bit off left. Chance at a birdie. Turn. No, come on. So close to flapping those birdie wings. It's starting to draw a little. Get a good hop. Okay, that was like a 1-2 bouncer, and it's actually just on the left green there. Nice. A little bit short, but that was a pretty good line. That was feeding in towards the hole. Back-to-back pars. That's something. Right, so this is good practice for smart golf, conservative golf, playing for par golf. This is a par 5. I can't get there in 2. So this is where that nice little kind of punchy 5 wood is the play. Oh, went right at that bunker. It should be short though with this club. Thankfully, there's a group that I've now caught up with, and there's a woman that's just up by the creek. She is 220 yards away, right in the middle of her butt. So thankfully, by laying back a little bit, it gives me a lot of room to work with. Oh, it didn't fade. It pulled a little. Oh, that was neat. Of all the things I considered, going directly into that tree was not one of them. But hopefully you saw that was a beautiful kick left, and I'm right in the middle of the fairway. So do with that information what you may. Okay, so here we are in the middle of the fairway after hitting directly into the center of a tree. That was pretty square. One hop, and it's just on the front of the green. All right, here we go, 18th hole. Ending with a birdie putt. Playing that hole very conservative. We're just trying to keep it close. Ending with 3 straight par would be very good. 3 straight par or 3 straight pars? Comment below. What is it? Went a little bit aggressive there. Not as easy a tap into par as I was hoping, but would have been nice to have a bird. 3 straight par. I'll take it. Well, that was a grind. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video. Please click like and subscribe. Check out my next video when you'll see what happens at the club championship.